Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's me, Miranda. It's been a while. Wow, it's been a while. This isn't gonna be like a long video, so know that. But I am back and a lot has happened since I've last posted a freaking YouTube video. So this video, I just wanted to be a little life update, a little chit chat with you guys before I transition into creating more content frequently. What have I been up to? What's to come? And what I'm looking forward to? Yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. Life. Life has been lifing, y'all. Man, when's the last time I posted a YouTube video? Let's look. 7 months ago? Dang, like what has happened in a lot has happened in 7 months, but it's so long ago that I don't even like know where I left off. So where do I start? Around the beginning of the year, I went through a very unexpected breakup. And I'm not going to say any names or anything like that, and it's not the first time that I've experienced heartbreak, but it definitely was very unexpected, and it was pretty bad. Basically, I was put in a situation where I was forced to walk away. And when I say forced to walk away, I don't mean like literally forced, but I had to remember the standards, the morals, the values that I have for myself and what I want in a partner. And so I had to walk away from that person, and we both walked away from each other and we separated. It caused me a lot of pain and a lot of hurt, and I literally, when I tell y'all that I was down bad, I was down bad. Like, I literally disappeared from social media for like 3 months. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to do anything, especially when it like freshly happened. I was like in my room just so sad. And if you've ever been through heartbreak, you know that like it's like you can't even sleep. That's how much it hurt. I knew that once certain things happen, you can't go back. You know what I mean? And I hit that point where I'm like, okay, yeah. What I thought was life was going to be like with this person, it's not going to be like that anymore. And this is how it's going to be, you know? And that kind of hurts to have to walk away from something and someone that you're used to. And in reality, you're grieving. You're grieving someone who is alive and something that used to be. And I kind of just wanted to share just a little bit of my healing process with you guys, because I know how it is, and I know that we all go through some sort of heartbreak at some point, some sort of pain, some sort of, you know, experience that kind of just tears us down or is set out to tear us down. And so I kind of just wanted to talk to you guys and share how I navigated through that. Honestly, it's like I've been trying to like figure out how I want to get back on YouTube, and I just feel like God kind of just placed it on my heart to just share a testimony of what I've been through. So let's rewind a little bit into my life. Like I said, at the beginning of the year, I went through a pretty unexpected, surprising breakup, and it sent me left. And I was doing great. Everything was great. When I tell you everything was great, everything was great. And I just thought nothing could go wrong. And then boom, things went wrong. They went left very, very quickly. It started with this person in a new environment, and he kind of started like to distance himself a little bit from me, and I kind of noticed it, but I thought, oh, maybe he's just busy in school, or maybe he's just busy with work, or maybe he's just busy with his studies. And so I was very supportive and very understanding. And then it got to a point where I felt like, you have to trust your intuition. Like, you have to trust your gut, especially women. Like, we have to trust our instinct. And when something is placed heavy on your heart, you kind of gotta like question that. You kind of gotta dig a little deeper. I started to feel like that disconnect, and I questioned, like, what's up? What's going on? Is everything okay? And, of course, he reassured me that everything was fine. It's no big deal. I'm just busy. I got a lot on my mind, a lot going on. Da, 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 da. Okay, so boom. Fast forward basically to get to the gist of it. I'm not going to get into details. Maybe I'll do a story time one day, maybe not. But basically, that person started liking someone else. And it took for me to be out with my friends and late night looking for something to eat. We all decided to go grab some food. And guess who I saw? Yeah, he was there eating with another girl. And from then on, it just went downfield and it was just horrible. Like, when I tell you, I never would have expected it ever in a million years, but it happened and it was what it was. I just hit rock bottom. What I do remember is coming home crying so hard that my mom thought that I was drunk and she thought that I was on drugs. She was just like, "Are you on something? Like, what's going on?" And I just couldn't stop crying. The tears were just falling from my face, and I just felt like it was the end of the world. I just couldn't believe, how could someone that claimed that they loved me, that I loved, hurt me so much and stab me in the back and crush me like this? How could this happen? That's when I realized that you can never put anything past anybody. I have to always know that this person could switch up on me at any minute. I have no control over them. I only have control over myself. What am I going to do with that? That's why it is so important to be secure in yourself and who you are and what you want. And, you have to really like have a solid foundation. And for me, that foundation is God. Without God, I do not know what I would have done, how I would be able to navigate through this. And my friends, they kind of just make fun of me sometimes to be like, "Girl, are you a robot? Like, how are you able to bounce back so quick from this? Like, how are you able to keep maneuvering through life like it don't really phase you?" And yes, I'm human. Yes, I get sad. And yes, I have my moments. But I don't allow myself to stay there for too long. Because if I stay there for too long, that's when I start drowning. And I can't drown. I have to keep my head above the water because life really does go on and no one else is going to do it for you but you. Thinking back on how I was just sleeping in my bed and just so sad and didn't want to eat and really just crushed, I had moments to talk to God. I had those quiet moments with God where I just asked him, like, "God, show me what you want me to see. Let me hear what you want me to hear. Let me feel your presence. Walk me through this. Guide me through this. Show me. Show me the way." And honestly, if it wasn't for God, I would have not been put in that position to see my ex at that restaurant of all places. And we went to a random location of all places that I could have been at. God led me there to see him, to see that. That's nothing but God. God wanted me to see that. And that's because I'm prayerful. And I talk to God and I ask him, "God, if it's for me, bless it. And if it's not, take it away." And God placed me there. You have to really just trust God, and you really have to just trust that things will work for the greater good of those who keep him first, and it'll work out for the better. And that's exactly what's happening. Once I found out the truth, the full truth, I walked away and I kind of wiped my hands from the situation. Needless to say, here I am now, and I can look back months and months ago and just be like, wow, like, girl, you did it. That's what I would recommend when healing through heartbreak, is to get busy. Not like a fill a void busy, but like a healthy busy, a proactive busy. Do things that you've never done before. Rebuild yourself. When you're alone and you are single and you are by yourself, or whatever the case may be, you literally have the opportunity to start from scratch. You literally have the opportunity to rebuild yourself again, reinvent yourself. Every day is a new opportunity to reinvent yourself and create the life that you want to live. Do not ever give anyone so much power over you that they won, and that they control your emotions, and that they control what happens next for you, and that they're able to diminish your light and lessen your confidence and make you question yourself, like, oh, am I not good enough? Oh, am I not okay? What did I do wrong? What could I have done better? No, we're not doing that. Cut it. Because you are enough. You are worthy. You're much, much, much more than someone disrespecting you and not treating you right. You deserve everything that you want in this life, and you have to want it though. And you have to give it to yourself. You have to stand on what you want. I think our generation these days, like, we like to find like the microwave way of healing, the microwave way of like filling voids, and the quick and easy way to like deal with trauma and like bad things happening to us. But like, it literally leads to nothing good. Drugs, sleeping around with people, uh violence, and hurting each other, gossiping, like all these things literally don't lead to anything good at all. You're left feeling empty, still having those problems, still having to deal with those emotions, hurting somebody in the process, connecting your soul with other people, possibly getting diseases because you're sleeping around. It's just chaotic. When you allow yourself to feel emotions without becoming them, that's like, you gain your superpower. Literally have to go through it to get through it. When you really learn to know God, you don't ask, why me? Why did this happen to me? Why did this happen to me? You literally thank Him for it happening. And not blaming fingers and, oh, this was your fault and this happened and God did this, or this person did that, or why did he leave me, or why did he do this, or why did she do that. You literally thank God for the pain. God, I thank you so much for this hurt that I'm feeling. You didn't give me this hurt. But what you did is you opened my eyes to see people for who they actually are and not who I want them to be. You allowed me to not live in delusion. You allowed me to see what actually is. Sometimes God puts us in isolation and He weeds people out of our life because He wants to get us to a certain point. He wants us to hear Him, and sometimes we're distracted. We're caught up in work, and we're caught up in the day-to-day life of just doing things that don't really fuel us, but we're fueling other people. You have to pour back into yourself. Get a hobby, go running, go exercise, even if it's at-home workout. Watch YouTube videos, motivational videos, podcasts, read a book, self-help books, or books about what you're going through. Start cooking if you don't cook. If you do cook, cook new recipes, try new things, work on your style. You can weed out the clothes in your closet. You can organize your space, clean your space. That really helps me, is keeping my space clean and, keeping my surroundings clean, keeping my car clean, smelling good, taking care of myself. Those moments where God blesses you with opportunities, you have to take them. You have to take them. You can't be afraid. Just go. Just do it. Whatever it is that you want to do it. Do not let anyone or anything stop you from achieving your goals and your plans in this life. Like, you are so capable. We are so capable of so much, and we just settle for so little. And I told myself, like, girl, any chance I get to go out and explore and do things, I'm gonna do that. In my mind, like, I just kept having visions of traveling by myself, solo traveling, going places, trying new things, and like all these things in the back of my head that I wanted to do, that I felt like I could do, and that I was no longer afraid to do anymore. And traveling kind of just came up, and I just remember talking to God about it, and like just feeling like, God, I like traveling. I want to see the world. I want to see what else is out there. So I kind of spoke to God about my desires, and it's almost like when I hit that level of pain, it's like fear was gone, because the worst thing that I felt could have happened to me, and so I felt like, well, I don't have anything to lose. So I kind of spoke to God about my desires, and believe it or not, y'all, I was a part of this organization, and this is before the breakup. So we would do ministry work, we would do like faith-based meetings and prayer, and we would meet up and have like Bible studies and stuff like that. And a couple weeks after my breakup, I got a call, and she was like, hey, how would you feel about going to South Korea? And I was like, what? I had a beautiful opportunity to go to South Korea for free, y'all. For free. Literally for free. I didn't have to pay a single thing. You can't tell me this is nothing but God. It was just perfect timing. Like, it was meant to be. God really just makes a way, bro. Like, he just makes a way of no way. Like, there's just no way I would have thought I would have been in another country that quick. And then I didn't have a passport, so I had to get a passport. I got my passport in 2 days. Like, this is nothing but God. And I was able to bring my sister. Going with a faith-based organization, and us just going out there and praying and loving on each other and loving on the people around us and the community and just the country. And it really reminded me that, wow, like, there's so much more out there. Like, so much more out there than just negativity and breakups and toxicity and, you know, just day-to-day robotic stuff that this system just tries to put us in. It was a whole different world that I never got to see. And we're so used to living in four walls that sometimes we don't see the beauty of life, the beauty of people. You haven't even found all the people for you yet. Let that sink in. You haven't even found all the people that are for you in this life. They're waiting for you. They're there. And you're gonna get there. You're gonna see them. They're gonna find you. You have to trust. You have to enjoy every moment as it is. When I was sad and crying and really just hurt and crushed, I just remember knowing that this is temporary. This is literally temporary. It will get so much better because I deserve better. I know that I deserve better. And I pray that for you guys. You really just have to learn how to relearn yourself and have solitude and being okay with being alone. Go on solo dates. Take yourself out to eat. Get dressed up and get cute and go out. Or if you're a guy, go work out. Get dressed up and go eat by yourself. You know, like, these are all things that nobody's holding you back. Nobody's putting a gun to your head like, pew, 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 pew. You can't ever go out, bruh. You can't ever go nowhere, dude. You can't ever buy yourself some chips and dip and fuzzies and eat by yourself and watch the game. No one is doing that. So what are you so afraid of? Why do we like hold on so tight to other people who did us wrong? Like, there's a reason why you left. Let it go. There's a reason why you guys didn't work out. Let it go. And if it's meant to be, it will be. You know, never say never. If God wants you to be back together, he'll bring you back together. But like, work on you. You are the only person who will never switch up on you, for sure. You and God. You are the only flesh. You are the only being. You are the only person who won't stab yourself in the back. Like, you gotta solidify that. Once you solidify you, it's like certain stuff you be like, I'm good. I'm okay. Now I'm straight. I'm good off that. Like, I know what I want. And someone will see that. People will see that. And they will gravitate towards you. What you put out will flow back into you. I'm growing. I'm loving. I'm dating. I'm open. I'm happy. I just feel love, and I feel so much gratitude. And just thinking back on, you know, that phase that I went through, it really was necessary. It really was necessary, because I look back and I'm like, wow, I've learned so much. Now I know the signs. Now I know what to look for, when I get into a new relationship. Now I know, things that I like and don't like, and things that, red flags and green flags, and, like, you learn. All of these things are just learning experiences, and they're only going to propel you in the future, and you just gain more experience in life and just people. Healing is not linear. It's definitely comes with ups and downs. It's a roller coaster. There will be times where you will be so happy and like, wow, I'm doing so good. And then there's times where you will feel crushed all over again and you feel like you took 10 steps backwards. But what I will say is, remember the hurt that someone caused you. Don't go back. Don't go back to the person that caused you pain, the person that caused you hurt. Keep going. Keep going. Life goes on. There's much more for you. You just have to take that step and see it. Step on new grass and see. Grass is greener where you water it. So pour into yourself. Water yourself. This is your life. You're the main character. So, yeah, I feel like I'm just rambling at this point, but that's kind of what life has been like for me. I love you guys so much, and I just want this to be a safe space for us, and just a creative space to hopefully inspire and positively influence people, influence myself, motivate you guys to just want more, to do more, to appreciate more, and take care of your mental health, take care of yourself, pour into yourself in whatever healthy way that looks like, and don't be afraid to start over, even if that's by yourself. Don't be afraid to do any of that, because it really just makes you like solid. Just, you think you can hurt me? No. I just know that God is so amazing. There's beauty in the pain. Life is so short, but it's so worth living. Keep your energy up, your vibrations. Be kind. Love hard. Don't ever let anyone or anything close off your heart, because then you give that person or that situation power. And that's not how it should be. So don't close off your heart. I've learned to love like I've never been hurt, and I know that God will provide for me, because he always has, and he will continue to, and he will do the exact same for you. God just makes a way, because when you get out of your own way and you let God take over, he really does take over. If I could give any advice through all of this and all my experiences, is love on those who love you. And that really is what carried me through this healing journey and this process, is learning to be happy with who God already has in my life and who is here to stay, who's here right now. Not who left, not who you think should have been here, or who used to be here, or who might be here in the future. Who has God blessed me with here in this very moment? Sometimes we just overlook those people and we just go straight into like romantic relationships and wanting more of a partner, a romantic partner, and not appreciating the platonic friendships that we have and the people that we have right here, the family and the friends that we have. And I think we shouldn't overlook those things. I learned to focus on what I have right here, right now, in the present moment, and be thankful for that. And how can I pour into the people who are pouring into me? I pray that you find love. I pray that God sends you a village. I pray that you find happiness in the most unfortunate moments. I pray that you process your pain and your trauma and your triggers, and you don't just ignore the red flags, but that you see them, see people for who they are. I pray that life gets better. I pray that the load that you feel lifts up. I really know what it's like to feel like you're in such a dark place and there's no way out and there's no light at the end of the tunnel. I know that feeling. I know what it feels like to not live. I know what it's like to not understand how someone could cause you so much pain and hurt you and, you know, do things that you could least expect. And I know what it's like to feel like everything is going good and then it just hits rock bottom. I know what it's like to feel like it doesn't get better. Life is hard. It's hard, but it's also so beautiful. I just want to encourage you guys to keep going. And these are literally tears of joy. I know what it's like to feel that pain, and I'm just here to testify that literally life gets better. It does. But the only way that you would know that is if you keep going and if you see it and if you see it through. So put your combat boots on. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you guys found it useful. We're in this together. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. God bless.